Welcome. Welcome. I am Halcyon, and this is the Hug Nation broadcast. Last week, I talked about why I was not dancing in the streets. And I spoke about a number of the reasons pertaining to the world, pertaining to the things going on in my mind that caused me concern, pessimism, fear. And over the last week, I've been really working on getting out of that headspace. And so I wanted to share the perspectives or the real kind of shift that has helped me to move beyond the I don't feel like dancing headspace. And the big awareness was that across the board, all of the things that my list of reasons why I was anxious and concerned and felt like dancing was premature or did not feel joyful, going through the entire list, it was all things that I had read or viewed through social media or online news of some sort. None of the things that were causing me suffering, I had literally, personally, physically experienced. Now I know we have to live in a world, well, maybe that's not true. At times, it is very important, and I think it feels important, to utilize our information tools, whether it be online or word of mouth or whatever, to understand a world beyond the one that we are physically experiencing. Now, I looked at the weather report this morning and realized that it's going to be 84 degrees this afternoon. Now, is there any possible way I would have ever known that it's going to be 84 degrees this afternoon? I can go outside and experience that it's 84 degrees. I read on the news that there is legal proceedings happening around the contesting of this year's presidential election. There's no way I would have known that without the news, without online information. Now the question is, how important is that for it to be something that I'm thinking about today? I think you could make the argument that over the course of a week or a few weeks or a month, there are times when you, if you want to be a responsible citizen in democracy, you need to become aware of information beyond your physical experience of the world. But if you are in a place where you are feeling overwhelmed and discouraged and feeling like I just can't dance, then that might be time to say, okay, I'm not being driven to action. I'm not doing anything to make the world a better place. I'm simply discouraged. So maybe I need to reduce the circle of my experience of the world, reduce it to the actual physical experience. And that's, I think, the key check-in. Like, is this experience that I'm having one that I am actually having, or is it one that I am experiencing second, third, fourth person? So what are examples of things that you experience viscerally, personally? Communication with your family, phone calls with people, experiences of the world outside, the sun on your face, the wind, the view of foliage of a plant, of a flower, the sound of birds, the sound of wind, the waving to a neighbor, the walking of your dog, the petting your cat. And if you can constrict your world to the actual physical experiences you're having, it is incredible how quickly the things that will pull you into stress, fear, non-dancing go away. Now, you might go out into your yard and be frustrated because There's a rabbit that's been eating your carrots. But that is a visceral, real experience of the world that is different than reading that there are killer rabbits coming from the southern border that are eating all of our carrots. That is some story. And if you are a carrot farmer, then once in a while you need to check on Rabbit News Daily and find out what other farmers are saying about the threats to your garden. But you don't need to maintain a hour by hour awareness of everything everyone is saying about their garden fears. So that is the big kind of practice that I am working on this week, is communication with friends, experiencing the world, speaking with my partner, speaking with friends, speaking with family, repotting a plant. And when I am experiencing information that doesn't make me feel good, doing that check. Is this a physical experience of my life, or is this a narrative outside myself that I am choosing to experience and therefore choosing to suffer? Again, I'm not saying it is responsible to live in a bubble outside of your physical experience indefinitely, but it's not a bad practice. Go off to your Walden and live in the forest for a while so that you do not find out that you are not really alive. And when you are out of balance and when you are in suffering, I would argue that you are not in a space where you can be fully of service and active in doing your part for the healing of the world. On the contrary, I think that if you are fully present and fully present for your relationships and your environment and your neighborhood, that is a very strong anchoring place to be of joyful service to the world. And perhaps coming from that place, you will create ripples that will, without you even meaning to, inspire local carrot farmers to come up with new solutions that keep our southern borders safe from carrot stealing rabbits. There was zero intended racial implications with that metaphor. I was thinking about murder hornets and then trying to make it ridiculous. That's all. I also am not afraid of murder hornets. But now the more I talk about these rabbits, the more I'm starting to get a little freaked out. Wait, practice? How do I feel in this moment in my body? Thinking about people in my life, people I love, thinking about their smiles. Maybe give them a little text when I get off here to strengthen that connection and that awareness of them in my world, my actual physical world. Another thing that as we approach Thanksgiving, a practice that we should have on a daily basis, I just want to once again reiterate how significant having a gratitude practice has been for me, specifically a group gratitude practice. And I would argue that even though I have never met physically the people in my gratitude circle, I am viscerally, physically experiencing them because we are seeing each other. I know that they are real people. I know that what they're communicating to me is real. Now, if they share with me a story about something they read on the news, that's drawing the line. That's no longer an experience that is within my world. That is now a narrative that I am choosing to ingest into my world. But your network of people, family, friends, online friends, if they are experiencing the world and sharing what an incredible sunset they saw the night before, or what a joyous morning they had drinking coffee, looking out at a lake, these are all, I would argue, included in the actual life experience of yourself via the actual life experience of your friends. To that effect, if someone in your actual circle, or you yourself have an experience of oppression, of suffering, of illness, of sickness, these are all real. And these can be and should be given the energy that you can. But reserve your energy for the world that you actually experience until you have enough to resonate in a bigger way. So maybe it's time to dance. Woo! Thank you. I love you. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like, even subscribe, hit the bell so you see all the things that I do. I would love it if more people were aware of this channel and my videos, and you can help me by hitting like and subscribe. Thank you.